What's up, Honor? So Canadian Tire has just started out their Halloween stuff for 2025, and overall they've got some awesome stuff this year, from some really cool animatronics to some really awesome inflatables to even some other cool decorations. So today I'm going to take you on a full store tour to check out everything that I've gone out so far, because overall they've got some really cool themes this year, and honestly it's their best year yet. So with that said, let's get checking out all these awesome new Halloween decorations from Canadian Tire. And here we are, everyone, inside Canadian Tire. They're still setting up some of the shelves here, but this row right here is completely stocked. This is where they got most of the animatronics, and yeah, look at all this stuff. This is insane. August 1st, and they've already got all this out, so should be awesome to check out in today's video. Of course, starting off over here, you got some random little milk mats down there, and these witches up here. I think these are returning. Just that cheap-looking witch face, but it's all right. It's got some little skeleton guys right here. Looks like they must be 3 foot, 25 each for that. A little bit pricey, but they look cool. Then down here, ooh, we got some of these back again. These have been here for like 5 years now, but I like them. It's like eyes open. $40 for that. Let's see, what else do we have over here? We got the witch on a broom back again, of course. This one's interesting, just kind of like rides on it. Got like cheap Sunstar audio though, unfortunately, but looks all right. $40 of course for that. It's got some tombstones right here. These are the packs. Looks like you get 4 in that one. It's pretty good. Ooh, we got some of these dolls right here. Not animated or anything, but they look creepy, like little zombie girls. That is sick. Little scars on the face right there. And let's see, up here, got some skeletons. Got these big spiders right here. Let's see, 40 for those. Not too bad. 52 inches looks like. We got some of these skeleton dogs. I think these are new. I'm not 100% sure, but looks like his eyes light up right there. 25 for that, of course. And down here, here's some of the new animatronics from Techie, of course. Right here is the Hooded Reaper guy, which this one's a cool one. Of course, comes from Lowe's from a couple years back, but finally got here in Canada, which is awesome. Of course, little girls falling there, but yeah, this one looks really cool. I like that. And only $150, which honestly is not too bad a price for it again. They also have the Bluetooth Reaper right here with the guitar. I'm tempted to get this guy. I think I'd rather get the Home Depot Bluetooth guy instead, but still sick to see. And $300, decent pricing on that. Yeah, pretty big box for this guy. That is crazy. Love the box art on that, though. Of course, got a Techie logo on there. Really cool to see. And yeah, that looks awesome. Then over here, we got this little Reaper guy right here. He's another new one for this year. $130 for him. He's just a cheaper gemmy guy, I believe, but he looks all right. A little cat house right there, looks like. It's interesting. We got some of these little ghost girls right here. Back again, or boys too. $60 each for those. Then down here we got one of these animated scarecrow guys back again. He's an interesting one. We got one of these pop-up girls right here. This is of course by Jemmy, and I got one of those on clearance last year. It's a pretty good one. We got these witches, of course, again. These are probably one of the oldest things that they sell here. It's probably like a decade that they've been selling these witches now, but cool to see. Got some little pumpkin guys right here, of course, too. They light up. Then a bunch of these Michael Myers. I'm surprised they're getting new ones of these still. It's been years, and I don't think they usually sell too well, but $300 each for those if you're interested. It's probably one of the worst Michael Myers I've seen, but it's all right. We got some fog machines right here, $60 each. If you don't have a fog machine yet, you should get one. Some fog juice here too. Might need more of that this year, I'm not too sure, but yeah, pretty big jugs of these, $30 each. Pretty much similar pricing you'll see anywhere else. Got some of these ghost inflatables, as always. Usually those go for half off during the season though. Then some more inflatables right here. We got the ghost and the vampire. These seem to be all return inflatables over here, but so cool to see. Also got the dinosaur guy right there, skeleton bones. Stay Puft back once again. He's a cool one. $180 on him, as always. Then let's see over here. We got some of these projectors, which is cool. Just kind of flashes all these little girls on there, but that's cool. Yeah, shutter flashers, $40 each for those. And ooh, got some of these new little animated pumpkin eyes right here. Yeah, that is nice. Just like rips open the pumpkin right there. So I can see some like the screw and stuff on there, but $40 each for that. Decent. We got a bunch of these pathway markers, as always. Looks like they only have pumpkins right now, but usually have ghosts too. We got some of these radios back in this year. Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting something like this. I like the look of it. A guy moving in there. Yeah, plays the audio. And $50. Decent. Ooh, and some of these big pumpkins. Look at these. I don't believe they light up. I think I have pretty own light in them, but got some of these little crows and cages right here too. Love to see those. Oh, and here's some of the more pathway markers. And then Reese up here, of course. Yeah, overall bunch of stock on there. And then over here, they're still set up, but a few stuff out, like these big candles back again. Ooh, we got one of these candelabras. I think these are new. These dancing skeleton tombstones back again, I believe. Or it might be new Canadian Tire, but a bunch of these hidden guys too right here. Looks like similar stuff we always see. The Hugs the Clown ripoff, as always. He's an interesting looking one. And $40. Ooh, we got the big werewolf right here. I love the gore on that guy. That is sick looking. Yeah, some of these tombstones down here. Are these the packs or are these just single? Oh yeah, these are the packs. I get 5 in that bundle. Not too bad. Get quite a few. I go a little graveyard. Yeah, some other ramp stuff. A little coffin. Alright, and that is of course it for that aisle, but making our way over here, we got a ton of awesome inflatables, especially some new ones, like the massive ghost crawler down here, 20 feet, I think that's wide, I think Tully's only about 14, but still massive, coming at 300, which is a little bit much, but keep in mind, that guy is so massive. Then of course up here, we got some of these ghost guys right here, $35, a look at those, and some of the creepy jack-o'-lanterns here, also for $35. Then up here, we got the photorealistic clown back again, I love the look of him. Of course, 230, a little bit more pricey one, but he's cool. Then, of course, the new 12-foot scary tree right here. Yeah, this guy is massive. I love the eyes on there. And 170, not too bad for again. We got some of these happy jack-o'-lanterns down here for $35. Back again this year. We got this new guy down here. He is, of course, animated. He moves his head. 170 on that. He looks like a cool one, just crawling out of the ground there. Then another new one down here. We got the angel right there, 150. That guy looks cool. He's got the pumpkin in his hand there. Overall, it's an awesome one. And then over here, we got some of these skeleton dinos here. Once again, 90 on those. And some of these ghosts right here. The Boo, 75, of course, for those. Ooh, and up here, I love this one right here. It's like a cemetery entrance. I'm still really tempted to get this. I just think it's too big for my yard, but 150, not too bad for just how big that thing is. Then, of course, over here, we got some of these little pumpkin stacks right here. $60 in those, not the worst. And then some of these ghosts on the tombstone right here for $75. And continuing on, let's see what else we can see. Ooh, the pumpkin patch inflatable back as always, $100 on that. It's a pretty cool one. Then up here, ooh, we got the turkey again, perk for Thanksgiving, $35 on that. Then over here, we got the Stitch inflatable. I look at that, $50. And Jack Skellington back in this year, which $100 not worth it for what this thing is, but he's cool. Then of course the Ghostface inflatable right there. He's a cool one. And of course, carrying on over here, what do we got? It looks like some little pumpkin guy down there, $50. Yeah, it looks like it must be a Mistin pumpkin. That's kind of cool. Of course, the Witch animatronic down there. It's a newer variant that they have, of course. And then over here, ooh, this is a new Witch animatronic for this year. It's kind of like the Levitating Witch from Home Depot, but it's a smaller version. But overall, cool. 180 though, is that worth it? Probably not, but still cool. And got some of these Reaper guys again, and the Mistin cauldron right there. That one looks cool. It's like a big cauldron, lights up and everything. Love that. Then what are these over here that are stacked up? Oh, it's like a skull guy right there. That's kind of cool. Looks like it must be pretty big. $70 on that. Not the worst. Ooh, and some of these new skulls right here that kind of have like all the mirrors on them. Those are cool. 40 on those, of course. And then 60 for what we got here. Ooh, the bubbling cauldron. That's also new. We got some of these projector guys up here. $50 in those. Those projectors are pretty cool. Definitely higher quality, I believe. Yeah, overall, tons of cool stuff right here. But of course, moving on, we got one final section right here. We're starting off, we got some of these zombie gnomes right here. Those guys are cool. $35 each. I like the look of those guys. A couple different variants. And then a bunch of fall stuff. Also got some pumpkins right down there. $25 each. Oh, and the new rockin' pumpkin guy for this year. I'm really curious what he does. Oh yeah, it just rocks back and forth. But I love that green flame effect there in the skull. Yeah, I can definitely tell this is by Techie. I love that flame effect they use. Yeah, $75, even says Techie there in the box. Yeah, that is awesome, though. And then, ooh, we got this pumpkin guy right here. I think he's that similar vibe with the Techie stuff, where it's the flame light inside. But that's pretty big. Then continuing on, we got these little new pumpkin animatronics right here. It's got the eyeball that moves around and lights up. It's kind of interesting how it's like in the spider right there. Pretty cool design, though. I like how that is. It's awesome. Then yeah, moving over here, Halloween buckets, bunch of those. Got some skeleton guys over here, bunch of those. We got some of these little skeleton mummy pug guys right here. First playing some copyrighted music, but overall, those right there are pretty cool. Look how they dance around right there and everything. And let's see up here, got some spiders. Look at those are nice. Then, ooh, what are these little skull guys right here? It's got a button. Oh, it just kind of talks. It's kind of funny the way the mouth moves and everything. It's just like a full latex head. Those are cool to see, though. And then some more skelly dogs over here. And overall, I think that's pretty much it for Canadian Tire right here. So, yeah, I guess see you next time. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye.